and greatness. Some of the greatness is like whoa, and some of the whoa is like great. All right, segment 1.
The built-in 360 video applications for Gear VR and Oculus Home promise to provide a delivery channel and perhaps in time a monetization method for 360 film. It seems like we are nearing a turning point where this embryonic art form may be capable of metamorphosizing from a mere curiosity to a vibrant medium and a key pillar of the VR landscape. More content is beginning to emerge that goes beyond just proving that stereoscopic 360 video can be done, and actually delivers an intrinsically entertaining experience that also takes advantage of the powers of VR.
It's keeping up with my movements as well. There's absolutely no lag. The screen is amazing.
A new video blog series from EleVR heralds this turn towards long-form content. It is called the Talk Chat Show Thing, and it feels like a podcast, featuring Emily Eifler, Andrea Hawkslet and Vi Hart of Hexaflexagon fame.
Andrea Hawkslet, our developer who made maybe what you're watching this on right now if you're watching it on the EleVR player.
And we're going to bring her back a little later to talk all about web and VR. It's going to be very exciting!
Of course, it's about the one thing that people downloading it will definitely be interested in, VR. And its first 2 episodes focus mostly on VR video capture itself, the challenges and limitations of hardware and software used. This is all rather meta, but usefully, not self-indulgently so. Being able to demonstrate stitching errors and the limits of stereoscopy whilst talking about them is far more illuminating than discussion in the abstract. The tone remains light and the content is accessible but not superficial. If it weren't for visible tripod legs, it would feel like you're sitting on a couch across from Emily and Vi, who are competent and engaging performers that are perfectly capable of making you forget or disregard the inevitable imperfections. Their enthusiasm is all the more infectious for the fact that they look you in the eye if you meet their gaze.
Especially Google Android Cardboard, which we have one over there.
You can see on the pillow over here.
They actually have a little magnet which you can use as a button, which is super cool to have a button on your headset. Like, what a great idea, and who knew you could put one on.
In episode 2, Andrea doesn't seem quite as comfortable in front of the camera, but her discussion about mobile VR and the VR web was fascinating, particularly given their potential impact on the uptake of 360 video. Only 2 episodes are currently available, with new ones planned to arrive every few weeks, which I believe makes it the first ever VR video series. There is evolution and improvement already noticeable between episodes. Number 2 achieves a very good balance of having good, seemingly uncontrived reasons to look around you, even below you, while still predominantly focusing your attention forward in a comfortable position for the majority of the 30-minute runtime.
Sensors can actually see into IR just like these cameras can, so you can see the little dots on the front of the headset.
Episode 1 experiments with overlays and cutting to other videos, but this didn't work so well when the cuts were to radically different settings, and one of the clips seemed to suffer from some misalignment between left and right eye. One thing that occurred to me whilst capturing video of the Talk Chat Show Thing was the idea that a recording of a viewer's attention could be a powerful source of unfiltered feedback or user testing, particularly for filmmakers. For example, if your viewers start to admire the wallpaper while characters are in dialogue, it may be a sign that the scene is dragging on. Passing orientation data back to creators, or dare I say advertisers, strikes me as an impactful and potentially lucrative benefit to the industry.
Which means that since you're looking around a lot and the lag is really bad, it eventually just starts to get to you.
The EleVR website contains some other video experiments and a treasure trove of information. Things like a helpful rundown of compatible video players, including their own web player, and lots of the theory behind shooting spherical videos. There is even a tutorial on how to make your own camera mount, just in case you happen to have access to 12 GoPros. The Talk Chat Show Thing is well worth downloading if you're interested in the potential of VR video in the slightest. It is entertaining, but most importantly, it sparks the imagination. I know I've not had any other opportunity to experience a full 30 minutes of VR video, and I didn't expect to be engaged throughout. It instantly got me thinking of both ideas for EleVR to cover, as well as whole new show ideas. The format is obviously brilliant and a great fit for VR, particularly at this early time. No doubt it will be replicated en masse as filming rigs become cheaper and simpler to operate. I certainly hope to be speaking directly to you, dear viewer, from just across the coffee table in the not too distant future.
And eventually we'll have perfect cameras that do everything perfectly, but for now, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Given the growing prominence of VR video, expect to see more coverage of the available content on the Virtual Reality Reviewer website. You'll be able to find it in our new VR film section, or of course you can always just hit subscribe to ensure you don't miss a thing.
Error. That's probably the one you think of more often when you're thinking of stitching.
So if you think about the camera, it's basically just a big disc of cameras with a little bit on the top and a little bit on the bottom.